up, buddy?
Morning, Dom.
This the shirts match very well right now.
Yeah, one of us is going to
Nice.
have to change, or at least take our shirts off.
It's not that kind of show, folks.
Yeah. Hey, good job, Dom. I caught one of your little videos. I like that you're getting your hip flexing in.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I really got I like have lower back and back issues. Like that's probably the thing that hurts me the most. So I've
Mhm.
barely been trying to stretch out that lower back hip region. So yeah. What's funny is I get all kind like when I go on Facebook, that's like all it is like stretching and and I think because I like saved one of them one time, so now it's like my whole algorithm's like, oh, you want hip stretching videos? Cool, let's can throw them your way. You're never on Facebook, and the one time you were, you watched this one video, so I'm gonna send you 20 a day.
My favorite. So I have an entire Instagram album of back and core experiments, I guess. It's like I'll do something weird like every time during
Yeah,
morning MP. Um, but those are like my gut like back adjustment videos. I think
yeah.
are my favorite videos besides horse hoof shaving videos.
Horse hoof shaving videos. Okay,
Yeah, I
ladies
forget
and
what.
gentlemen, you heard it here first. Good morning, Savvy. Good morning, Keith.
Well, the ones where it's like there's like the infected hooves are kind of gross, but it's like when they have to like shave down a horse foot or horse hoof. That's really satisfying. And I'm like, how do you learn how to do that? That would be like a class I would treat myself to is learning how to. And I forget what the word for that particular profession is. Attacker,
No
not
idea.
attacker. I don't know.
No idea.
MP is in the hockey world today.
He's in it deep.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. Good morning, card fishing.
Yeah.
What's up? A farrier? I wouldn't even.
That's
Is that
it.
what
Yes.
Keith's got you?
hmm
Keith is
Junior,
speaking your language.
Junior Rice.
Never have I ever seen or known that existed.
Yeah. So Junie rides horses,
That makes more sense.
and that's an interesting slice of life to kind of see into. So we go to a ranch. Family owns the ranch. They have a barn.
Oh, cool.
Junie's trainer, I guess it's kind of uh, like a contractor position role, I guess, where it's like you just work at somebody's barn and you give lessons. And
Hmm.
there's uh, there's a guy who he just has a truck and it's outfitted in with all this farrier stuff. There's like a clamp. There's a little blacksmith
Yeah.
box, and that's
Mobile horse grooming.
yeah, he just drives around and fixes horses. And same with the horse vet. We used to live next to a horse vet, and that's all he did. He just drove around and healed horses.
It's dope.
Yeah.
Look what I have here.
Good morning, Robbie.
Good
What's
morning.
up, buddy?
How are you
How
guys
you
doing?
doing? Excellent. Now.
I'm getting looked at funny. I'm on the couch talking. How are you guys?
Good. I am reset. I had a really hard 3 to 4 days with school ending. I don't know why. It doesn't always happen. I woke up this morning like super relaxed, 8 to 9 out of 10. And I'm like, why did I feel so crappy the past 3 days? And I was up like at my normal Dom 4:30 time with like just trying to like why did I feel like that the whole time? I was getting short, I was getting snippy. I mean, that's happened before, but like just not as intense. So
Yeah.
I think it started Monday with a weird schedule I didn't prepare for with one of my more difficult classes. And then lack of sleep, lack of workouts, lack of walking, Robbie. I
Yeah, I
didn't
know that feeling.
walk.
What class did you struggle with?
So I'm an art teacher. I have a class at the end of the day where it's kind of like a STEM focused class.
Okay.
And it's just like it's like kids are good, but it's just like the energy's all over the place, and I wasn't prepared, and that could just kind of extended and affected everything else. But I feel refreshed. I'm ready to go. Let's do this break. Let's finish 2025. How are you, Robbie? This
I'm
is
good.
the first time that I've talked to on video ever, I think.
I'm getting better at this. My grandson keeps saying Gramps. So I apologize for getting distracted. No, things are good. And I am empathetic to the anxiety I think that you're talking about. It's just I've had some of that myself where you're kind of nervous and worried about something and then it passes and then all of a sudden you feel relief. So
It's like,
hopefully
yeah,
you'll have a good relaxing.
like none of the bad things that I didn't even know, like there wasn't any, I wasn't worried about anything bad happening. It was like just general stupid anxiety. So
Yeah. Yeah. It gets under your skin. Now I've had some things where I've been sort of fighting some health issues that I've been trying to resolve. And I think that if you boil it all down to it, almost everything comes back to anxiety. And it's stuff that is dumb and I shouldn't be worried about it. And I am anyways. And yes, I'm glad that you're not having anxiety and I'm doing my best to feel the same way.
it's like even like my neck even loosened up by itself. It's like
It's overthinking.
stuff is terrible. Stay off the anxiety, folks.
Yes, please do. As an overthinker, I'm sharing everybody, please breathe.
Well, like, I didn't want to keep this up for too long because it blocks half of Robbie's face. But like what Savvy's saying here is, do this for your partners. Obviously, like her husband did it for her. I've done it for my wife, but it's just like try to see when they're in that
Robbie, hey,
space and
how
just
are
say,
you?
hey, get lost. Have a good time. What's up, buddy?
All right, keep
Is that
going.
Ryan?
Robbie, how are you, man?
Ryan, you got to explain that opening now.
What's that? Looking at Robbie? It's right there.
No, it's the other way.
Oh, I get you.
The camera's flipped, Ryan. Look the other direction.
No,
I was gonna say, I
There
think
you
I'm
go.
on the other side of you. You looked away from me. I was like,
Yeah.
what
You
did I
turned your
do?
back to him.
Are you pretending like he's on your bed?
Hey, Jason, how's it going? What's up, buddy?
Hi.
Nope. Other way, Jason. Other way. There you go. There
He
you go,
told
like
two
that.
friends, and he told two friends.
What's up, Dan? How you doing?
Robbie, I just got back from my walk.
How far'd you go?
4?
Good. Is it cold there?
Robbie,
Blocks.
like not enough. You got to walk around the world to impress me.
I actually think 4 is good. I think 4 is a nice pace. 6 is a little bit better, but 4 is good. It's just over an hour.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's good. So
I'm reading. Sorry, I'm reading. I was reading
Savvy's novel.
novel.
I tried to give it attention, but yeah, I agree. Send your spouse off on a break. Let them exist. Like take as much time as you need, honey. Like do, especially during this time of year. Like we're kind of rushing to do Christmas things. There's a lot on our plates. There's kids home from school, for the first time in months. So if you can think of that, give each other a break. Kick your wives out of the house, fellas, is what Savvy's saying.
Do you have to let him back in?
No, I think what she said is her husband was like, come back when you're ready. So like she could have gone to
Longer,
Texas
yeah.
if she wanted to.
Mhm.
She
There's
just
a Texas
probably,
meetup in March, right?
yeah, she just probably didn't have enough clothes in her car. Yes.
And so I like the idea. Do I do it? Not very often. I love it, I've suggested it before, not always taken, but one of the things that me and Kristen have talked about was and I'm sure there's couples that are much better than I do than we are. But like, date night every week, an overnight every month or something, like an overnight stay away from the kids. And then another thing was it's like once every quarter or something, you get a weekend or a night away from the family. Like in the past, it'd be like if you just need if your wife or you just need like a full night long irresponsible sleep, just go to a hotel.
Yeah.
We haven't done that very well. I mean, date nights we're okay with, but the quarterly, weekly, monthly, day, night away, I think is a great in theory. I'm sure that other people are better at it. If anybody's here that does that, how does that go? Savvy, have you guys ever done anything else like that? More like an enhanced version of the go away and come back to a coffee?
We have our own like set of like my wife goes and has dinner with her friends, two sets of friends at least once a month, and goes and does her own thing, and I'm here and do my thing. And so I think it's good to have healthy ways to go experience and be on your own and do your own thing and have friends and be like you were before, and then come back together and you have more experiences to share with each other and things of that nature. So I think it's important. I don't know that I send her off to go do her own thing very often, but she does have some friends, and one lady does have a a lake house, and they do go spend the night there from time to time, just so they can drink their wine and get away. So,
Yeah.
Does anyone else just have a hard time relaxing though? Like, I don't know, when like the idea of this is like go away without the kids. It's like almost I feel more comfortable in chaos than I do in quiet. And it's
What's
I think that's
happening?
the hardest thing.
Jason, your basement internet it's you. It's not us.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Glad it's not all of us.
I heard Robbie and Ryan just fine. No, Ryan, that's not me. I'm definitely enjoy the relaxing. On the occasions that we've done the adults only trips, or Amy and I have just gone off. I think we've done a couple of trips where we've literally gone somewhere and we've just stayed in bed the entire time. Like we had dinner plans here and there, but it was like,
is this an R-rated show? I'm just trying to figure out where we're going here.
I mean, we were mostly watching TV, but yes, there was other stuff
Is that
too. But
code?
it's just like what Jason was saying, like get a good night's like sleep and not have anyone like asking you for breakfast or hearing anyone stomping around the house or anything like that. Yeah, that's where Brofit would come in and say, "Go on." That was a perfect moment for it. But speaking of Brofit Savvy, I heard he's offering babysitting to all new Arizona residents named Savvy. So hit him up.
Why do you think that is, Ryan? Why do you think it is that you do have an issue relaxing?
Contentment, defining enough. I don't know. It's I think the easy answer is like that's just how my brain is.
Right.
But I think that's
Are
kind of
you
a
worried the
weak
kids are losing something because you're not part of their day? I mean, that's what I'm saying. What is it that you feel like is pulling you to the dark side, or or are you just saying it's just you?
Lines of Celsius.
maybe I'm just over caffeinated, but that is a really good question. It is it's I think it's less about the kids at that point, but maybe it is, and I just don't know. Maybe it's subconsciously. That is a really good question. I think it's more maybe it's one of those things where when someone is not able to like go on a walk or be in their own space, I think like I do appreciate the idea of like sitting in silence, being with yourself, but I also have a hard time with it. So it's got to have the background noise. Got to have this going on. So, is it a fear thing? Is it a? I'm not really sure. I don't have an answer, but it's a great question. I think that the lack of a complete answer is an answer in itself. So it's something to
Sure.
discover.
Sure. I mean, I think so. One of the biggest goals that I've had accomplished is getting comfortable with silence, getting comfortable being bored, being by myself, that kind of thing. So I don't. Ryan, there's somebody behind you.
It's a
What's
first.
up, Lolo?
Be careful, Ryan. No, I
Did you
was so
the closet?
getting comfortable with yourself. Sorry, I'm distracted as well. Did she
Closet.
go in the closet?
It's our magic trick.
Oh,
What's that?
Just the entry door to their bedroom and then the door to their closet.
That's exactly what it is. We've talked about making that closet into an office at some point.
Lauren just needs a few minutes in the closet for some quiet.
It's exactly. That's how it goes.
she's gonna come out in Superman suit.
It's like busts open the door, punches me in the face.
Ryan,
She
do
come
you
out
have
and
Ryan, do you have a hard time relaxing, like when you take that time for yourself? Do you have a time relaxing during that time? Is that what you're talking about?
Lord, she turned into a dog?
I It's our magic trick. Do I have a hard time relaxing by myself? I have an easier time relaxing by myself than relaxing with others.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
but I think it's a good goal to work on, because I think that finding that time to be silent and be with other people and just kind of say, like, isn't that kind of when like memories are made? In the moments in between like conversation.
Yeah, the garbage time memories. Those are what
Oh,
stick
yeah.
for sure. Yeah. One thing I wanted to kind of talk about with what Robbie was talking about before. We were talking about like those times, the times away. You said your wife has like her group that she gets with. The thing that me and Kristen are really good at is I think we're pretty good at like keeping our friendships going, like with other people. I would say even to the point where it's like when we have time to ourselves, it's like it's almost like our default is like, oh, I'm gonna go check in or spend some time with so and so. Like we've probably had more hangouts with friends separately than we have together, and I'm not really saying it's a bad thing. It's just like, when your day to day is with like your spouse, it's like that time away is like, okay, I want to go talk to some other people. And then my thought goes, well, we gotta, like, maybe I should use this time to like hang out, like do something with Kristen. And then that's a question of like, well, are our energies the same? Because like usually when it happens, it's like, okay, I can kind of chill with the kids for a bit and not do much, or like Kristen can be at home and chill. And because like sometimes we're not always on, like maybe my social battery's dead, but hers is alive, so she heads out with some friends. So it's like it's not that we have to schedule it, but it's like I think maybe sometimes the issue is like we're not on the same energy level to enjoy time together away. Does that make sense?
You need to. I was gonna say, is there a way to? I didn't come in here to do couples therapy, but I'll do as much as I can. Do you have the ability to have a prompt or something to say, hey, we're gonna reset our brain and we're now gonna go spend time together, as opposed to scheduling it, as you said.
Oh yeah, I mean, we do it. It's like like short things. It's like we'll take the dogs out together, or we'll go to the gym together, or uh, very few times we'll sit and watch something together. I don't think we do that well together. I will probably watch something more. Our choices of shows I think are different.
Yep.
And hers is more like she likes to be playing a game or on her phone while watching a movie, I'm like, oh, well, I'd rather kind of like sit here together. We might not be talking, but at least we're like not distracted. But it's more, I'd say we're better at making time more for like the short active bursts, and hoping to get better at like intentional dates where we're away, even for a night, even if it's in a hotel in town or the town over. Mom visits and she always says, "You guys should go away." And I'm like, "Yeah, we should go away." And then the day comes where she has to leave, and you're like, "Well, we didn't go away. Maybe next time."
It'd be a pretty easy Christmas gift to just load up one of those go-aways right now.
Yeah, I know. I was actually looking at some this morning.
Brian, do you have that problem with your mom going away when she shows up?
Do I have a hard time going away when my mom shows up?
Well, since you guys share a mom, I was just asking if you're in the same situation. Are you finding yourself as not able to comply as Jay?
Yeah, I think I think I always just feel like there's so many moving parts. So it's like, you can go away. I was like, it sounds so easy. It's just like, it's not. I mean, there's the planning, and then there's the, I don't know. For me, it's like I'm probably looking at all of the wrong things. What weighs on me a ton is not doing it, and then my kids seeing like dad not being able to just chill out, dad not being able to just like connect with friends, dad not being able to just like hang out with mom. It's like, oh, dad's always moving around. Oh, dad's at the gym right now. Dad's doing that. So I like don't have so much of an issue with it sometimes. Besides that, like my kids like not seeing me being as socially connected.
Right.
See the truck? Is there anything in the truck?
I'm always
yeah.
inviting my wife's mom over so that I can go away.
I didn't think you had an issue.
No.
When Robbie, when with kids and everything, when does it become something where it's like almost you have an abundance of that time? Is there like a certain age with kids that you kind of like have noticed and felt, and you're like, okay, it's like, okay, we're kind of given some of this time right now, like more so than we thought. When did you see that kind of happen?
I felt it was easier when they were like sort of all self-sufficient. So call it, fifth, sixth grade through, I don't know, seventh, eighth grade. I'm trying to think of how there's a 7-year spread. So, when they were older like that and they had their own schedules, and my mom could come and drive the Suburban and do all the stuff so that, we could go and not have to worry about it. So I think when they're sufficient like that, where you don't feel like they're, constantly needing you to pick out their clothes and make sure their food is, that kind of thing, where they're doing their own thing, then I think it becomes a lot easier to go. And I think, always been the kind where, and I'll show my age, when we would be out of the country, I'd buy one of those phone cards so you could, call every 3 or 4 days and spend 20 minutes on the phone with them and talk to them. And now it's FaceTime. So it's almost like you have to force yourself not to reach back out because it's just so easy to do it now. So I think there's, that struggle. But once they're self-sufficient and doing their own thing, I think it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think easier than you're kind of forced to it. You kind of talked about your age. Whenever I think about like a phone card or something, I always think about calling collect. I remember like at the end of like a soccer practice or something when I need to get picked up, I'd call my parents collect, and then when it's like, say your
Did
name.
you have a code?
Right, over. Can you give me? Okay.
Yep. That was the move right there.
Yeah.
Can you bring me an extra pair of shorts? Yes.
Yes, you bail money.
I wish there was a compilation of like someone from the company that was like, we just took all of those little messages that people try to fit into that like 2.5 seconds.
I always imagine that there was like an operator on the other line where like how many years they went by where they're like, they got us again.
Yes. I'm glad there wasn't. And I think AI would have just a great time with that if that was real today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, we're at 26 minutes. Let's talk about our last words. Or should we talk about something happier?
What's the reading today?
Today's reading is the Bob Saget page, which I remember very well
Oh.
from last year, because this is when things started getting heavy.
The last 2 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about
Yeah.
last. It's about
Take it
last
awesome.
words. Never knowing when your last words are, and trying not to be so busy with everything that you have going on that if your kids call you or contact you or come down the stairs, that you stop what you're, get out of your email, get out of your Twitter, get out of your whatever, and have that conversation with them, because you never know when it could be your last words. It's that kind of thing.
I feel that sentiment extremely heavy, and I think that it's just really a good best practices. And I try and think of that. And I don't have kids living at home anymore, so I try to, as I'm leaving to go for a walk, I turn and tell her that I love her, and I've made kind of jokes before, like, could get hit by a bus while I'm gone. You never know.
Yeah.
So I make humor of it, but I do feel that sentiment very much.
And how do you feel like when your kids reach out, kids and grandkids, or is that very much on the top of your mind? Like, no matter what you're doing, like if they reach out, I mean, obviously there's some circumstances, but for the most part, you're answering the phone.
For the most part, I am answering the phone. I spend 99.9% with my phone on silent, so the only time I'm not is when my phone is vibrating and I don't feel it because it's not in my pocket. But for the most part, for those humans, yes, I'm going to step out of a meeting, or I'm going to do what I can to take the call.
Yeah. And do you feel like you've been able to establish that boundary with work and everyone, in your day-to-day life, that like it's easy for you to say, like, hold on, my daughter's calling me, or like,
I think
give
you
me a
get to
second.
make that choice. I mean, I don't think that everybody that I think that I work for a professional manager, and hopefully he's not going to see this. And I don't think that he understands or completely appreciates that, even though he has 5 kids himself. But for most people, I think that if you just look him in the face and say, "Hey, I'm taking a minute because my human's important and they're reaching out to me," I think most people understand that.
Yeah.
But it's your
Yeah.
choice. I mean, you're the one that's making that decision.
Yeah. I don't. I sometimes have. I always wonder. Like sometimes Kristen works from home, and she had the quintessential experience of having to work from home, and then the weird things happening in the background, like kids are coming through, cats are crawling onto the keyboard. Everybody had that, right? Like that's a normal part of life. And sometimes when she talks about like, hey, I have to be on camera, so you have to like control the kids, I get that, but also it's like, is it really that unprofessional that something in your home needs attention for a few seconds? And this isn't a slight on that whole process. I'm just like, that sounds like it should just be a normal part of the process with a bunch of people working at home. It's like you might have to step off the camera because some weird noise happened in the background.
I really
So
do my best to just leave the camera off unless I'm on with guys like you. Like, I think having an your baseball cap brim is giving me a headache.
okay,
I think it's just like I think it's just because
Alley
you're
cap
holding
day.
your phone.
It-
You're holding your phone, so it shakes a
yeah, I'm
little
holding
bit.
my phone,
Whereas
and
we're
I
all on
apologize.
stands.
I wish I had a stand.
It's okay.
And my ADD kicked in. I'm trying to make sure I remember. I do the off thing. The biggest is a terrible hack. The biggest thing is everybody that doesn't want to be on camera just says, "I'm having internet issues today."
Yeah.
And therefore it's acceptable if you say, "I'm having internet issues," not to be on camera. I think
Or like, I can't find my pants.
that happens for me all the time. I'm usually in short pants. No, I think it's the biggest freeing thing. And like I said, my world, biggest freeing thing is your opinion of me is none of my business. And as long as I live in that world and I just worry about myself, then all the other stuff doesn't matter. So if my kid jumps on my lap, and it doesn't really happen because my kid is 27, and if he jumped on my lap on a conference call, it would freak me out more than anybody else that's on the phone. You know what I mean? But
That'd be a great
it'd be
bit,
cute.
though.
It would be a good bit. He came over last night. And he was wearing the same shirt I was wearing. So we have a picture I'll post up later of us together. But long way around the tree. It just, I think you just, it's how you react. So if you react like, holy crap, my kid just crapped on national television, you know, that's going to be one experience. But if you're like, hey, sorry about that, and friend, you know, my kid needed something, and take care of it, and you continue to sort of move forward in a professional way, I think the world's changed. I
Yeah.
wish there was here's what I wish. I wish there was a 5-minute bathroom break built into every hour meeting so that you could find a way not to be expected to continuously answer the phone hour after hour.
There should be no such thing as an over an hour meeting.
I agree.
Also,
I was having a conversation with my framer the other day because I have a meeting coming up on Tuesday, and I was telling him, look, I really need you to clean the house because we're going to come through with clients and designers and stuff like that, and I need you to take like a long lunch break. And you know, we're going to start at 10, so I know your lunch break's usually at 11, but we're going to start at 10. And then as I was going through this, I was like, you know what, I actually don't want to talk to them about the second story. So don't clean the second story. Leave it a mess so that I can tell them we're not going up there. And then that might cut the meeting short and you guys can get back to work because we only have like 2 working days to next week before rain comes and the holidays. So yeah, like I want to keep that meeting short, and it should be fine because we can meet the following week or the following week. Like there's always more there's always more time for meetings is what I'm getting at. There's no reason to have these long meetings and hit every single, you know, point of a house as far as in my world's concerned.
I think about the timing and everything, and like especially when it comes to like having these conversations all the time with just more professionally, like things are like basically billed or like just billed to insurance based on like the minutes. So it's like you have to bring this conversation to the 38th minute to bill maximum for this, or it has to be a total of 58 minutes for us to be able to bill for this much. And I feel like that's like, to me, that's like kind of what like breaks things down a little bit more. I hate the expectation of just needing to be there for time instead of efficiency, and like to actually connect and kind of give, the proper feedback to somebody instead of just trying to fit it into that much time.
Ours are pretty, when we'll have after school meetings with a few groups that I'm a part of for school. Generally, the person who's in charge, it's usually like, okay, how can we shorten this a bit so we can get off of here and get home? So I appreciate that.
Yeah. This could have been an email kind of thing.
Yes. Kind of like that. Sometimes. They're
We
usually
have too many of those too.
It's nice to see faces. I do enjoy seeing faces of people that I don't see often that I do work with. So I like that.
I think it's necessary. I'm forced. I work in the city on Friday, so I go into the city. I try not to fall off my bike, but I do sometimes. But I got out of the subway and I was walking into the office, and I was like, man, I really needed this week, because working from home, I think it does kind of like, it does weigh on you a little bit too. So it's like it's hard. And I was like, oh man, you know what? New York is pretty incredible. It really does kind of like give you that like kind of energy. And so I needed to see faces. I had to feel like a different energy. And I think like it's just a necessary thing to kind of like just connect with people in person.
Airplane?
Agreed.
What up, Austin? Good morning.
The last thing I'm going to add, I think I might have to go because the dogs are kind of going nuts here. I was trying to think about this page with some levity, because I think last year we were getting a little. I was getting a little bit tender, but I was like, what would my last words be? And if there's one thing I hate, and that's giving myself shots with a needle. The only thing that I hate more than that Yeah, I know. Don't ask.
What?
It's not drugs. Sorry, not drugs. Great. Now I
Still,
have
it's
to explain this part to myself. Uh,
No, to us,
our
not to
teachers are
yourself.
weird. I hope your students aren't listening.
no,
When I get my
Actually,
spoon
let's cut
out,
it right now and give them something to talk about next week.
no. Kristen gets like NADS shots. It's like, I don't know, vitamins or something. But she'll give herself a shot. I don't like doing that. She'll give myself a shot. But the only thing
I
else
called
that I
something else.
like more is like imagining something that happens in real life. And I'm like, what would be my last text message that I would send as my last words? It'd probably be like a meme gif to somebody, to like you guys,
Yeah.
or one of my other text threads. I gotta get a dog. Hang on.
Ah,
The dog owns him.
yep.
yep, for sure. I think the last words thing is one of the things that I was thinking about when I started doing like the daily texts to like the 9 people that I love. And then I stopped it, and sometimes I start it back up again. But you know, it's I think
Are
that's
they all in the same text, or are you doing 9 individual?
9 individual. Yeah, I mean it went down pretty quickly to like only 6, and then it went down to like 3, and then it went down to just 1. So like the only person who caught on to the behavior was my daughter Brooklyn. So she now texts me every morning, which is great. I love that.
Huge gift. That's beautiful.
Yeah. And that's one of those things where I'm thinking forward by having these conversations with like you and David and Craig and Keith and everyone like that. I'm thinking forward, like how awesome would it be if like that tradition never stopped, and like she's 25, 28, 30, and like we still exchange a text every morning, or have that conversation. Like that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, like trying to build that routine, or that little bit of love that we send each other, when she's in her 30s.
Is she on Instagram?
Yeah, a
Do
little
you
bit.
guys do you guys send each other memes during the day?
No, no,
Older children, that's what we
yeah.
do. Like F1 or a goofy thing or something that reminds them. When I was younger, back to show my age, I used to record TV commercials. When TiVo first came out and you could record, I would record. And so my kids
Hmm.
will send me the commercials from the late 90s and the 2000s that they remember me having recorded.
That's so funny.
So, so yeah, you'll start
Yeah,
to
my
communicate in
my
memes
older
more.
my older daughter's more active on Instagram, so when I see her stuff, I'll respond to it. She um the other day she posted some sort of like thing that was going around her school, where it was like the finals week schedule, and they're like, it was something like, I can't remember what the saying was, like, we're gonna make it or we're not gonna make it, or something like that. And I'm like, you forgot to edit this to show that on Thursday your amazing parents are taking you out of school to go to Knott's Berry Farm, and how grateful and thankful for them you are, because they're just such unique, wonderful parents. And she just like sent me back like a smiley face with this tongue sticking out or something like that.
That's great. How was Knott's Berry Farm?
It was good. It was a lot of fun. We did it well. There wasn't a lot of people. Like taking the kids out of school before the holiday break was a good move, because it was very not crowded. The kids got to ride a great deal of rides. A lot of the kids grew in the last year, so they got to experience rides they hadn't experienced before. So we had like
Right.
a lot of first times for all the younger kids. So that was awesome.
Is it
And
Montezuma? Is that the one that's in the front still? What's the big
I
roller
think they
coaster
they
now?
called it Jaguar now.
Jaguar. Okay.
Like it's in the pyramid or whatever. Yeah,
Okay.
it's called Jaguar now. But no, I think everything's been changed out, except for maybe 2 roller coasters. That one, I forget what the other one is. There's a
It's been
wooden one up in the
years.
front.
Yeah, I grew up I was born in Anaheim, so it's been years, but I used to go quite a bit. And my
Yeah.
my family's favorite thing was the chicken dinner in the front. I don't even know if
Oh
they do
yeah,
that
yeah. Uh-huh.
anymore.
Yeah, I think they still do.
Yeah.
Um, no, it's a cool place. I mean, they've definitely up leveled it, and the tickets are still cheap, like especially when you compare them to Disneyland, which are
Right.
god awful. That's like, yeah. Disneyland's more like a once in a lifetime trip now. It's so expensive.
I haven't been in a long time, but the last time I went was in Florida, and I just want to say that I think I had to give my right kidney in order for us to go for a couple of days. I mean, it was pretty intense.
Yeah. Yeah, someone was sharing that a friend went on a Disney cruise and it was like 15 grand for their family. I'm
That's a
like,
car.
it's a lot. It's wild.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I'm gonna go hang out with my
Hello.
grandson before they take off.
Thank you for
Appreciate
coming
you.
on,
There we
man.
go.
I appreciate
Yeah.
you, dude. It's
Yeah.
good to see
It was
you.
good.
It's good to talk to you.
All right, guys. Take care. Appreciate you.
Robbie.
Bye, buddy.
Thanks for joining, Robbie. David,
That was
I think that
awesome.
was Boone's.
Boone's Farm.
Yeah.
that was a
boys, I
drink
gotta
back in
go.
the days too.
Yeah.
Different experience.
I gotta go, boys.
See you, buddy.
Happy Saturday. Love you
Happy
all.
Saturday.
Make your last text worth it.
Text your loved ones. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend, or the weekend starting for everybody, and we'll be back here on Monday and next week. Right? Ryan too.
Well,
All right, guys, I'm out of here.